Hi, you probably know me from my podcast Blue Shirts Breakaway or some guy you hate on Twitter who talks about the Rangers, but I'm not here to talk about any of that. But I am here to talk about the Rangers and the New York Ranger boyfriend theory. What is the New York Ranger boyfriend theory? Is the concept that the lines could never be changed because the boyfriends could never be broken up. Who are the boyfriends and how does this work? I'm here to give you the tea. I made a chart. That's right. So here's boyfriend number one, Artemi Panarin. He's had two main boyfriends over the years. Those boyfriends are Ryan Strome, who is now a Duck, quack, quack, with the rest of the former Rangers, Trouba and Kreider, etc., and Vincent Trocheck. Vincent Trocheck is out for a long period of time. We don't know when he's going to return. Let's expect November as like a optimistic result. Point being, neither of these players are available to play with Artemi Panarin. Artemi Panarin also doesn't like to play with certain players, most notably Kaapo Kakko, who is now in Seattle. And also Mika Zibanejad. Guess who Panarin is playing with at this point in time? Mika Zibanejad. They've never really had the chemistry. Why have they never really had the chemistry? Well, Mika had his own boyfriend, which we'll talk about in the future. He's also had a bunch of one-night stands, Artemi Panarin. He's played with Colin Blackwell. He's played with Jesper Fast. He's played with Dryden Hunt. All these notable top six wingers. And also now Connor Sherry, who they're trying to make, maybe this will work. They haven't really played together yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up playing on and offline with Panarin. Wouldn't that be weird? Because he's done it 3 times before. And maybe JT Miller goes in the middle there. But for right now, the Rangers offense is struggling. Why is that? They've had boyfriend lines the past decade. Artemi Panarin has always been with one of these two players, and it's never been broken up. Why has it never been broken up? There's been another line that's happened. Oh, who is this? Who could this be now? This is Mika Zibanejad and Chris Kreider. They have been together pretty much every game for the past decade. If you look at all the line combinations and line blunders from David Quinn, from Gallant, from Laviolette, one thing always came back to a fold. These two players, these boyfriends who would hug after every single game, and rightfully so, played together at 5 no matter what, despite not actually being pretty good at it. They were actually terribly awful at 5v5 for most of the time, except for when they were with two of their ex-boyfriends, Matt Zuccarello and Pavel Buchnevich. Well, those two players got traded off to other happier pastures, despite what Ranger fans would want to play, and then they tried to work on a bunch of different players to play with them. Who were that? Who's that? Kaapo Kakko, now in Seattle. Frank Vetrano. Didn't work out. Sammy Blais. Shout out to his sister. Barclay Goodrow. That went well. Jimmy Vesey. Well, okay, 2 front teeth there. Blake Wheeler now in the front office. Vlad Tarasenko, 2 more teams left. Johnny Brodzinski, still available, also an AHL player for the most part. And then they're still trying to figure out if Mika Zibanejad can play with Alexis Lafreniere. So the Rangers have had, again, 2 boyfriend lines over the past decade pretty much. It's either Panarin plays with Strome or Trocheck plus X, whoever that is, one-night stands. It didn't really work out with Kakko. It hasn't really worked with Mika just yet. And then Mika has only ever really worked with Chris Kreider plus some random assortment of guys. The Alexis Lafreniere thing didn't really work either. And we're sort of supposed to be surprised as to why they can't score. They have all these high danger chances. And I understand Mika and Panarin could have regressed due to age, but really, they don't have their boyfriends. They're learning to play without their boyfriends. You're probably thinking, this is a dumb theory. Like, the Rangers don't have any boyfriends left. Yes, they do. They have 2 boyfriends left right here. It's Matt Rempe and Adam Edstrom. And guess who is somehow the third line, despite being the fourth line, is these 2 people. These 2 people have the boyfriend chemistry, the way to play together. Mika Zibanejad has yet to form new boyfriend chemistry or chemistry with any of the players he's playing. He had some with JT Miller. He was supposed to be on the wing there, but because of Vincent Trocheck's injury, which takes him out, he doesn't have the chemistry with JT Miller anymore because he's been forced to revert back to center and not play wing how he was supposed to before. This has been the boyfriend theory, and this is my big theory onto why the Rangers cannot score right now, because they need to find love again. Hope you enjoyed.